Welcome. Today I'm showing you how to curl your hair with a flat iron. The first step is to prep your hair with a thermal protector. I really like this one by Cult King. It's called Setspray. It's a thermal protector and it has a little bit of hold to it. The next step then is to section off the hair. It depends on how thick or long your hair is. Since she has an undercut and it's fairly short, I only need to section one section away, but for some I may do 2 or 3 sections. I'm starting here over on the short side. With short hair, it's fairly easy because you only have to bend the hair once to really get that curl. So I take a section, kind of start in the middle of the hair strand, twist, pull, and then voila. The ends are a little bit straight, but that gives it a nice beachy modern texture to it. And I like to take vertical sections, starting in the middle, twisting my way down, and just creating that one bend or twist in it on that short hair. I like to curl away from the face until I get to about the middle part of the back, and then I switch the sides so I'm curling away from the other side of the face. Once I get to the front here, showing you on these longer pieces since she has an asymmetrical cut, here's where you have to put more than one bend in the hair, sometimes 1.5 to 2 bends in the hair to really get that rotation of that curl. So make sure that your section is not bigger than your flat iron. Here, it's a little bit too wide, so I took out a piece of the section. Now it's the perfect size. If it's too wide, it won't curl well. So I'm taking that vertical section, making sure that it's not too wide for the hair strand. Then I like to start right around the middle to the top of the hair strand. I do a twist. I pull down. I twist up a little bit. I like to hold my hand on there just for a second just to make sure it's warmed through, and then I let go of the strand. It's important to start in the middle because that's where you need that heat and where your curl is going to last a little bit longer. The important thing too is to make sure that you don't touch or mess with the curls too much while they are cooling off. Once they have cooled off completely, then you can brush through. But if you brush through before they've cooled off, you're going to lose all your curl. So now I'm starting on the next section. I'm kind of sectioning away this front area where her bangs are because I don't want to curl it with the rest of the hair because sometimes that can look a little bit funny. I'm going to come back to that section later. So I start with these longer pieces here, starting at the top. I pull up and away from the head, twist back down, and then release. The reason I twist back down is just to make sure that we're getting as much curl as possible towards the root and the top of the hair strands, and we're not just getting curl right through the bottom. Again, making sure that your sections are not too wide for the flat iron. The wider they are, the looser they're going to be, and if they're too loose, they just aren't going to hold. This movement is very similar to when you take your scissors against the ribbons and presents and you create that curled effect. The flat iron does this very same thing. It uses that tension to give it curl. Here I am just curling a little section here that I missed. You do want to make sure that you have the right tool. You want to make sure that it's 1 inch wide and that you've got rounded plates so that they don't snag. So you're able to easily glide through the hair when you're doing these curls. Here I am curling away from the face to the back section. Now I'm making my way back up to the front. I just want to add a little bit of curl through the end so that it blends with the hair behind it without making it overly curly. Next, texture spray. I'm using Bedroom Hair by Kevin Murphy in this shot. You want to wait until the curls are completely cooled down and then you can take your fingers through and brush it and mold it where you really want to see it. And there you have some beachy texture. Here, because her cut's angled, you can really see the angle of the curls and the amount of texture, and it's not just laying through the bottom. She's got quite a bit of curl through the top and the mid sections of her hair as well. Here I am just going back over a couple pieces. Sometimes there's a few pieces that don't curl quite as much as I want to, or I want to add a little bit more texture. I'll take just very, very small pieces and kind of recurl them.
Here's the finished look. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave any questions or feedback in the comments below.